Hey everybody, Seth here, coming to you from the middle of nowhere. If you're like me and you have a lot of electronic doodads, then you're gonna have a lot of cables on your hand. This leaves you with two choices: leave the mess or keep your cables in check. If you like to keep things tidy, stay tuned as I show you some of the tools I use to rein in my cords. The first product I want to talk about is the channel cable raceway. You want to use this for long runs around the back of your desk or along the bottom of a wall. I stuck mine to the back of my desk and on one of the legs. Originally at 59 inches long, I was able to saw this into several usable pieces. It features a strong adhesive on the back, so be certain of where you want to place it, as you probably won't get a second chance. The channel lets me tuck away neatly several cables leading from my PCs to various components such as my router or monitor. So at the beginning you can kind of just snake it in here, or if you need to, you can just kind of poke it through the top. And so it lets you just, channel that through. And so just imagine this on the back of a desk or along a wall. Bada boom, bada bing. It is sorted. Next up is the K-Blox cord and cable organizer. I use these to take care of any dangling cords. The cords fit nicely between the pegs, and you can even wrap around the cord several times to get rid of any slack. So as you see here, just snake it through, and even then it will fit on the same peg. You have at least about two cables worth of depth, which is really nice. You can also just go right through the middle if you need to, and it is nice and loose, so you can slide it as well. There is an adhesive on the back, but it isn't the greatest. I will say that most of my K-Blox adhesive failed not long after sticking the product to my desk, which is made of wood. As a fix, I ended up using 3M tape, double-sided tape. The other cool thing about these is if, let's say, this was a large square or you just didn't need this much of it, you can cut it down to size as well, which I've done. So you can just end up cutting with scissors like right in the middle of the pegs. These little guys are called cable drops or cable clips. Much like the K-Blox, these stick to your desk and you channel the cable through them. These are more useful for items such as phone chargers or other cables that you would use regularly. The clips allow you to position the cord out of the way, and they stop them from falling behind your desk. These can be bought in different sizes and variations, allowing you to customize how you want to use them. So, example time. So again, just a little thing, so it just snaps right in. Has, it can pop out, but it has a little bit of give, or a little bit of, stopping power. And as this is a phone charge cable, it's not very thick, so you have plenty of sliding to do, so you can position it how you'd like. Now, if I were to use a thicker cable, such as this USB A to B, I don't know if it's going to actually fit, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Still enough slack, but definitely not as much give in terms of getting it in or out, which is good. So, you just put this on the back, and you hook it through, and I'm not pushing on this with this finger, but you can see that the rubber is going to stop it. So that's pretty cool. Now for the old standby, cable ties. Cable ties, of course, are the most basic cable organizing tools. You can get them in a variety of lengths and colors. Your choices usually consist of use only plastic ties you cinch and clip, or reusable Velcro ties, which are my favorites. The one-time only ties are better for tucking cables away into tight spots. Their small size also lends to keeping them out of sight, so they're pretty narrow compared to the Velcro ones, obviously. So if I were to do that, so you just cinch it, just imagine it's a bunch of cables, cinch nicely, and then you're just going to clip right here, and that's it. For Velcro, obviously, nice and reusable. So you just undo it. Same principle, loop it around. If you're coordinated. Okay, and once you're attached, just loop any excess you might have. And there you go. Nice and tight. Keeps cables together. Now, again, as I said, the one-time use ties are better suited for tucking cables away in tight spots, and because of their narrowness, they do stay out of sight. The Velcro ones I would consider for when you have a lot more cables that need to be bunched up, or ones that you know you're going to move around in time. So if you end up, getting, you're going to get a new monitor, or when you build a new PC or whatever, you're probably going to want to rely on the Velcro over the one-time use. Also, from an environmental standpoint, the Velcro is a bit better. One of the neater ways to corral your cables is to wrap them into a sleeve. This particular sleeve is reversible, so you can have black or white facing out depending on your setup. It uses Velcro to adhere or close the sleeve, although I have seen some sleeves use zippers, and it can be cut at any length to fit your needs. Additionally, you can cut little slits along the length of your sleeve so that you can have cords pop out at different spots. So far, we've talked about how we can better hide and route our cables, but what about power bricks and strips? That's where the cable management box can come in. Usually made from a hard plastic, these boxes vary in size but are usually just a little bit bigger than your average shoebox. They are great for keeping power bricks and strips out of sight and off the floor. And you simply route cables through the narrow cutouts on either end. I have several of these, and they help tidy up the mess power bricks and strips make. Finally, for those with pets, there's Krita Cord. If you have a cat or a dog like I do, then you possibly know the pain of dealing with chewed up cords. And I highly recommend this product. So here's one of the amazing hit jobs my cat did on this cord. It is not pretty. This is less a cable organizer and more a cable saver. For me, it's been very successful at keeping my two cats from chewing up my cords. There is a slight odor, but it's not overpowering, and it dissipates with time. These have worked with every cord I've used them on. My cats investigate the cable, maybe take one or two nibbles, make a funny face, and then never chew the cord again. Even when the smell and taste wear off, the cat still won't chew. It's been conditioned, basically. And if not, the cord protector is thick enough to provide an added layer of protection. So with this setup, I got 10 feet. You basically just wrap your cord in this, and then you cut it to your desired length. And that's it. Alright, so here's one of the cable organizer boxes that I was talking about. In there I've got a power strip, about 2 or 3 power bricks. I have cords coming in from that end, and as you can also see, that one is wrapped in Krita Cord, and then also coming out there up through the leg, which you can't see, kind of, maybe, a little bit, is a cable raceway that is tucked away. Alright. Here you can see some cables being routed by the cable box. So that's a larger one there. Let's see here. This is kind of like shaky and like Blair Witch style, but that's okay. There's another one that I'd cut down to size. You can see that I just kind of routed the cables out. Again, you can kind of see, and you can hear my cat meowing right there. Yes, she wants attention. Anyway, some more cables. There's the J channel again here. So yeah, so this, obviously it looks kind of tangly and messy, but guess what? It's completely out of sight. The main cable that dangles is this guy here because I needed to, because it's attached to a laptop dock. So as you see, I need that slack built in. However, if you were to come with me, which you will, up and over, and you're looking, you don't see any cables dangling. So it looks pretty good. So I think part of cable management is artifice, in that you are just hiding the mess that lies beneath. I could probably do a lot better underneath there, but for my needs, I guess, or my I don't know. Anyway, it could be better, obviously, but I'm okay with it. So here you can see another cable box. This has more cables, and there is a sleeve. It's got little debris on there from sanding, I think. So yeah, so that's a sleeve, and then here are Here's another sleeve with all the cords going to my back of my PC, and here are the kind of the cutouts I talked about that you can make so that it can pop out at different angles. So yeah, the tools that I talked about are easy to use, and that's it. There are a lot of ways we can organize our cables to make sure our entertainment centers and desks don't get overrun. Not only does it look good, but it also makes it easier for you to clean. If you like any of the items I spoke about today, I put links in the description below. And full disclaimer, I bought everything with my own money and I have not been paid to talk about or spotlight any of these products. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for watching the video. Like if you liked it, show support for your channel by subscribing. While you're here, check out one of my other videos. And hey, follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you want. I'll see you next time in the middle of nowhere.